You see, Ben 10 hasn't given us any new content since 2021. And that's been about, what, 3 years now? I'm starving!
Yeah, that brother's starving.
However, this new fan alternate universe might as well be canon based on how amazing this artwork is. This was created by Matthew Bates, his link's in the description, and of course, like any other Tennyson, it started when an alien device did what it did. This seems to be a teenage Ben Tennyson, assumedly like, what, 16 years old? Just like our Omniverse counterpart, who has just gotten his hands on his own Omnitrix. He seems like a normal teenage kiddo, but you know, he defies the whole cartoon stereotypes and he actually wears different clothes in his AU. Talk about having a wardrobe, but he doesn't just actually change his t-shirt. He has quite a few sick alien designs along with his very cool looking Omnitrix. This version of Ben is very different from what we're actually used to from the fan created Ben Tennysons and the fan Omnitrixes. He has a cryptid inspiration for his aliens and his adventures. Now, for those who haven't watched Secret Saturdays, myself included, I watched 2 episodes when I was 9. These are normally supernatural creatures, not normally known by science. Like this guy or this girl. Yes, this is a girl. And let me tell you, these designs are giga dope. And it all falls into place when we see the official aliens from this watch. Let's go, Mighty Morphin. No, wrong thing. It's hero time. So firstly, we start off with Sasquatch. This alien is who is responsible for creating the Sasquatch myth, so it's not actually either of these guys in this universe. He has telekinesis or earthbending powers. Pretty dope. He might actually be able to fulfill that Netflix casting thing that's going on for Toph. Let's go, Sasquatch! He has terraforming abilities that would give this alien an edge in so many different kinds of fights, especially since controlling the earth itself is such a versed power. Think people like Terra, Toph, I don't know who else, but Terra and Toph are really good. Maybe even Diamond Head, if you want to consider Diamond Head as like an earthbender type. I guess that could also work. But this is also followed up by Werebat. Werebat looks freaking dope. He has the ability to fly, a deafening howl ability, along with all of Wildmutt's sensory powers. And the killer eye guy ears. Ear eyes. You get what I mean. I love this design a lot. It has a bipedal mode and also one where he goes into 4-wheel drive as well. Being a sensory alien who can tackle foes regardless of terrain or lighting is a crazy superpower to have along with sound projectiles, and he can fly. He definitely packs up most of Ben's villain gallery. Wendigo, the resident nature guy, is able to control flora and fauna. That's animals and plants. I really hope that's what Matthew intended, that's what he typed on Twitter. That sounds like a super crazy combo. He would be pretty much Poison Ivy and that one animal guy from My Hero Academia. As OP as this sounds though, it has its own sway over him as well, changing his appearances and personality based on the seasons, etc. First thing that does pop up in my head though is that, does this guy beat the mycelium from Camp Fair? Can he communicate with him like how Wildvine did? Does this guy beat the short hypnotist guy in Midnight Madness? Like, I'm trying to find out how much plant is he versus, you know, being a regular sentient creature like any of the other aliens in the Omnitrix. I'm not sure about these things, but I surely do wonder. Matthew, if you're watching this, please let us know. Whiplash has a dope ass design and he has powers similar to Gambit's. Being able to absorb potential energy and convert it into a speed boost or to charge his quills. You know, I would assume that his quills are like those detonatable projectiles that Gambit had, and that paired with his fast movements should make Whiplash an easy shoe-in for a replacement for Accelerate. Riptide! Dude, these names are killer. Riptide is giving full pufferfish energy. He is able to inflate various parts of his body, his belly, forearms, legs, and he also shoots pressurized water that varies in temperature. And trust me, he gets hella creative by not just using this as a projectile in battle, but as a means of moving around as well. A character that comes to mind that you probably be just like is Cyclops from X-Men 97. Lil Junkie is the next alien. He's looking fully possum, but he's a tech genius, being able to construct awesome creations from garbage. Sounds like every kid's dream to be the dumpster genius like Rumble or Jimmy Neutron. Vibe is pretty much just a vibe. He just wants to make a band and rock out. Besides that though, he can duplicate himself and also has the ability to make constructs from his ears. And of course, he has the ability to shoot booming sound waves. He isn't very goal oriented and doesn't really put his focus into anything that doesn't involve him starting a band. So it's pretty hard for him to lock in during combat.
Praticamente il meglio di Santa.
very similar to the Cheshire Cat, with size manipulation as a key ability. He's not from Alice in Wonderland though, so he's not an omnipotent feline, but he's able to change his size and not his volume. However, his excellent weight shifting abilities enable him to put a lot of mass into his fists. Hence, he hits like a truck. That's what I was gonna say. Ragdoll is pretty much an elite voodoo doll. He kinda looks like the Darkness, a Negative Ben exclusive alien, but here's how his powers actually work. He links to his targets mentally, causing pain to others as he causes pain to himself. So if he, let's say, rips an arm off, you're gonna feel it. Now, upon hearing that, I was like, oh, this is pretty lame, but this ability is actually unbelievably strong, as people can be incapacitated based on pain itself. So it should be a sure win for anyone with pain tolerance below Superman. Frostbite is almost like Big Chill 2.0. He opens his cranium to shoot freeze rays and also has a hypnotism ability once he locks eyes with you. Can we call it Riznotism because it's eye contact? What do you guys think? He can switch between intangibility when his wings are closed and fly once his wings are opened. And Jesus Christ, man, he's absolutely broken. He's actually go-to transformation level good. Like, I would turn into Frostbite at the start of every freaking fight. A hybrid is running up, Frostbite. DNA aliens, Frostbite. It's Vilgax, Frostbite. I don't know, Albedo tries to go ultimate. You don't have what it takes, I'm going Frostbite. Lastly is Blaze Knight. Now, you know we have to have a fire guy, right? He is a living furnace and eats anything around him. He's able to then compress it into any weapon needed for combat. He's more of a living forge than a furnace when you really think about it, but he pulls the weapon out of his mouth, and because he's literally an all-rounded weapons genius, he has the ability to use it with like utmost highest level skill expression. With a weapon forgery power like this, it has me wondering about what are the upper limits of what Blaze Knight can actually do. What kind of weapons can he forge and can't he forge? Can he literally eat my week's worth of milk cartons and then shit out Thor's hammer? Can he eat anything and shit out Thor's hammer? How strong is this? Do the weapons remain after Ben is timed out, which would be giga OP? And then that also comes with like all sorts of implications as to how he interacts with Skird. Oh my god, Blaze Knight actually might be one of the most overpowered aliens in this Omnitrix itself. It's endless possibilities. And he can shoot flaming coal projectiles. Jesus man, this is an overpowered alien. This is overtuned. These are the aliens that were created by the Matthew Bates Ben 10 universe. I'm in love with these aliens. They're super dope. However, go and support the official creator on Twitter. Links in the description. And if you want to learn more about other fan creations from the Ben 10 community or something else Ben 10 related, click one of these videos here.